Time now for the voice of the land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Always Positive Jay.
We've avoided it for this long. I mean, we could just pass by it, but I don't think it'd be right, and it's not. We try to do our job to the best of our ability. We have a helmet here of a certain team, and I will just show that. I know it's going to be a little close to me, but the Cleveland Browns. They are in the midst of their offseason. We just turned the corner to the new league year. Made a lot of signings, have beefed up the defensive line like we've wanted. They made a trade for a wide receiver, Elijah Moore. They get back a third-round pick, give up their second round, so we don't make a pick until number 74 in the draft, so it's kind of like pointless is the NFL draft. But team's going for it. Andrew Berry's doing all he can do right now. They can't play games. My only stance on it, my only opinion on all this is looks like good signings. We've said that in the past, especially with Andrew Berry in this front office. Like Austin, players like Austin Hooper and other things, like when those signings were made, we said, great signing. Like, oh my gosh, we're winning the offseason again. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's leaving it all in Kevin Stefanski and Deshaun Watson's lap at this point. Deshaun Watson needs to come back and look like the franchise quarterback they paid for. Kevin Stefanski needs to step up in crucial moments, make the right decisions. You've added coaches to your coaching staff. Let them coach their units. Yeah, he's not going to give up play calling, but you got to make sure that those finer things of the game are taken care of. So, Andrew Berry, credit to you. I'm not discrediting him by saying this, but I do not care.
You either?
I do
wow.
not care. I don't want to win the offseason anymore. I don't want to just win the offseason. I want our team in the offseason to do what NFL teams are supposed to do. Bring guys in to replace guys that may leave in free agency or fix areas of concern from during the season. Where was an area of concern? Defensive line. Too many guys running through. Linebackers. They haven't done as much with that, but, beefing up the defensive line will help. Bringing in wide receivers. You brought in some speed. Anthony Schwartz. Onus is on you. The message is sent to you. There might not be a spot for you if you get traded or released or whatever. It's because you haven't done what they wanted you to do to utilize your speed. Okay, you're doing what an NFL team is supposed to do right now. But I'm not some sort of paper champion. I'm not an off-season champion anymore. Go win football games. Yes, there's 6 months until football actually plays. I understand that. But I'm going to give credit where credit is due, but I'm not going to go over and above like we've all done in the past and did for several years in a row just because the offseason, oh my gosh, the Browns are the talk of the town, the talk of the national sports media. They're doing such great things. It doesn't matter unless you win on Sunday starting in September.
Hey, Kevin, what teams did we talk about today mostly?
The Cavs.
The Crunch.
The Crunch.
We're going to talk some Guardians when that comes close, because you know what they do?
We're going to talk about them
next. They
make
the playoffs, and they win. I told you, I love the Browns. Football is my favorite sport. I absolutely love the Browns 100%. I have zero faith in this team. I'm sorry. I'm hoping I reverse jinx it, and every year I'm like, you know what, we're going to do something this year. I'm like, you know what, I'm in prove-it mode. I'm so sick of being hyped. Do I like these moves? They're great moves, I think. None of them are like superstar studs, but they plug holes that we needed.
Yeah.
For sure. And congratulations. Don't care. I wanted W's. It's all I care about is winning at this point. I'm sick of wasting my money being a season ticket holder and just being let down year after year after year. Yeah, you're not winning me over this offseason. I'm sorry. It ain't going to happen on this show. We're going to give more credence to the other teams that deserve it, more airtime to the other teams that deserve it. I don't want to sound negative because I heard people like, oh, if you want to be excited, that's great. Go ahead. I'm not talking down anyone that's excited about these moves. Like, Elijah Moore might be a phenomenal receiver for us, believe it or not. Or he could completely suck.
I'm not even saying I don't like the moves or, again, I'm not, this team is going to be bad again. All we've seen through Kevin Stefanski's time is They won 11
No,
games.
it's not Kevin Stefanski's time. I'm talking since '99.
Well,
all
yes.
I've seen is year after year we won the offseason, or we got this draft pick, and then we suck that next year, and then we'll maybe get a couple wins the following year. We get high expectations, then we even suck worse. Then we go winless. Like, I'm just done with this team and giving it any good expectations. They don't deserve it.
Right. I'm not saying that I'm putting bad expectations on them. However, what I am saying is you've done everything possible this offseason that you think to go win games. So the expectation from the fans and everyone around should be that you need to go win games and be contending for AFC North playoffs, however far that might lead you. It's more than just moral victories at this point.
Exactly.
Actual W's need to be produced on the field to then add to the hype. I'm not going to get extra excited. I'm going to give credit to Andrew Berry for the good moves that he's made and doing what he can at this point of the NFL calendar. But again, the excitement level will not rise through this microphone for the Browns until they actually equate what they do in the offseason and are the paper champions, the offseason winners that everyone likes to crown them, and all the Browns Twitter likes to get on their high horse and say that this team is the best thing that's ever come, and don't even touch on the Cavs or the Guardians and say that they're Cleveland fans. But no, you're really just a Browns fan. If you're just a Browns fan, that is totally fine. But look at it for what it is. This team has to prove it on the field. They don't get a chance to do that till September, and that means I'm not going to get extra excited or over the top that this team is going to win something grand until we see the results manifest themselves on the actual field.
Look at our winning records compared to losing records since '99. I don't even know what it is, but I guarantee it's probably tenfold compared to winning records. Like, this team has just done nothing but lose and lose, and I'm just sick of it. I'm like so tired of being hyped. Like, I want to go in so low that anything good that happens will like lift me back up and put it that way. Like, I hope they do the best. I really do. I just don't expect it anymore from them. I expect them to lose.
Now, a team that
this is me. Like, I'm always positive, Jay. Like, I normally do not get this down on this team, but I think they finally broke me.
I don't feel like you're being down. I feel like you're being realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, probably right.